You're going to be a Anyway, I'm happy to introduce Amy Getz to share her story. And just, she has been someone I've looked to for inspiration. I'll see things that she's done with this business. And I saw her when she wasn't a national marketing director, when she was a senior sales coordinator, just kind of getting a small team going. And now her team is, gigantic and lots of leaders. So she's a teacher of leaders. And so I'm excited for you to hear from her also. Go ahead, Amy.
Thank you, Sharon. This is always fun to get together and share stories and talk about next steps. And I just want to say welcome to you, Lori, and everybody that's on this call today. 27 years ago, fruits and vegetables made sense to me, but I knew that my family wasn't eating enough. We weren't getting variety, and I had some picky eaters at my house. So the idea of fruits and vegetables in a capsule seemed like the easy button. And I said yes for the whole family. I said, we're going to do this. And so I ordered Juice Plus, and that launched me into this community to learn more about the power of food, functional food, food as medicine. And I got excited about what I was learning. I had grown up in a home where my mom had suffered with chronic pain for decades, and she'd become addicted to prescription painkillers. And that was painful to me to watch that happening in her life. And so when I learned that food can be medicine, I was fascinated and interested, and I wanted to know more about the power of food. Well, 6 months into taking Juice Plus, I realized that I wasn't getting those recurring monthly sinus infections that I had been a way of life for me. And the bells and whistles started to go off. And I started to realize that my immune system was so much better. My son's asthma attacks things were improving in his health and my daughter's health. And I started to get excited about that. I had just turned 40, and I also realized that I didn't need 5 cups of coffee to get through the afternoon. And I could actually go on a road trip and drive a long distance without falling asleep at the wheel. So that was a good thing. And but 4 years into our journey, the unexpected happened. My husband had a wake-up call with his health. His doctors basically said, go home and get your affairs in order. If you're lucky, you can get a heart transplant. So we were in shock, and we were willing to do anything the doctors said to do. And though along the way, I had learned about the power of food, and that food is medicine. And although we were doing all the medical protocols, we started to flood Scott's body with way more fruit and vegetable plant powders and Juice Plus every single day. One of the leading doctors that I heard speak said, take as much Juice Plus as you can afford. You can't overdose. So we began to do that. We saw the oxidative stress to Scott's heart muscle improving. And here we are 23 years later, never had the heart transplant. He's doing better than his doctors ever thought possible. And we live every day grateful for the gift of health and the power of food to heal the body. And I know that Juice Plus just was simply that foundational nutrition that he wasn't going to get any other way. And we are so thankful for that. Well, along the way, when I got started 27 years ago, this was just a community to learn more for me. I fell in love with the mission of inspiring healthy living. I fell in love with the education that I was getting within this community about the power of food. And, at the beginning, I just wanted to get all my Juice Plus products paid for my whole family. And we did that. And then it went to covering the car payment and then the mortgage payment. And since then, it's gone on to exceed our wildest expectations and so much more. It's allowed us to say yes to things that we love to do and say yes more often to creating memories as a family. So I am so grateful not only for the health benefits that we've experienced, but also the opportunity to join up with a company that's given me a life that where I can live with a flexible schedule and create an income that I choose, and I love working together with Sharon and all of you on this journey. So it's really fun.
Awesome. Yes, I love the flexibility too, Amy. I love it. And to create a significant income while you're able to be flexible is amazing. And to have benefits at the top commission level too, or top position level. Sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna ask the people in the chat, maybe you could put in the chat, why did you say yes? What was your original thing? For me, I thought it was just rebate money. I thought it was just a little something, I think back then we got $20 retail sales profit on a duo, and that was kind of the main product back then, but it turned into so much more, and I just loved it so much, loved sharing it, that it was like, oh, I made $200 or $300 or $800. I was like, wow, I'm able to make the car payment and the insurance. And then later when it paid for the mortgage while I was home with the babies, I was like, what? This is crazy. As a guidance counselor, I had no idea that was even possible back then, especially. And so it really became my mission to especially let other mommies know, because I think they have to make a choice, when it comes to the babies. And it's just been a great journey. But now other daddies might want to stay home too, and that's what Doug's been doing and working the business with me. So there's something for everyone with this business. So he loved the Tower Garden, social media, leading people, mentoring people, and using his business and administrative type skills for that. So you never know what's going to happen. I just thought, oh, this is just fun and fun money, and then it turned into something way bigger. So thank you for answering in the chat. Let's see. Janice says she needed it for health reasons and thought it would make sense to share with others, which is absolutely what happens. And our moms are better off for it, and other people in our lives. So don't be afraid to be like some people are afraid, oh, I don't want to be that salesperson. Well, if that's your attitude, then maybe you are. But if you're actually caring about people and understanding that, hey, hardly anybody's getting enough fruits and vegetables, this is an easy way to get it. And there's research behind it. So care about people to get out of your comfort zone and not worry about that. So welcome to the best health club you'll ever join. That's a saying by Dr. William Sears, and he knows. I don't know how old he is now, but he said it when he was around 70, and he's like, everything works. And what does he say? Everything works. And
everything works and nothing hurts.
And nothing hurts. And he's like, this is the best health club ever. So I welcome you to that. It really has been for all of us. And our company, our product is unique. Our community is unique. It's one team, one mission. We share things with each other. Here's a bullet point list I put together so that I could just kind of have it all on one paper as to why I just am so excited about the product, the business, and all that. I'm going to ask Amy, because I don't know how much she's looked at this bullet point list, because this is my favorite thing to share with people who are new. I'm going to ask her to go first so I don't hog all of them, because a lot of them are my favorite things about the product.
I like them all, but what I really am drawn to is a mission-driven company. We're not just an opportunity-driven or a product-driven. We really are about the mission of inspiring healthy living. I also love that we don't have to buy inventory and have a whole separate room with a Juice Plus stash. We just simply buy what our family needs, and the company ships directly to our customers. I also love that it's a consumable, which means that I share Juice Plus today, and I'm going to get paid every single month on that product as they're making their monthly installments. So my check is in the bank every 4 months, every single month I'm getting paid on that order. So it's a consumable product that people will use for the rest of their life. And from a business standpoint, that makes a ton of sense.
Yeah, and I just have to say, Amy used
those are my top 3.
Okay, good. Amy used to have a candle business. So she had to have a lot of candles, right? You have to predict what do people want. I usually say some people did like photo albums. So they'd have to predict, oh, I need a purple album in case somebody, wants a purple one or a green one, or, you don't have to stock inventory.
Right.
I love that. We're just the mouthpiece. We facilitate people getting off the fence of indecision and also, helping them on their health journey. And we just put in the order, and then we help maintain that order and help them with their steps to better health. On the left top quadrant is all about the product. It's the largest selling nutritional product in a capsule in the world, and it's the most researched. It's product specific research, which you won't find on a lot of products. It has a food label. Again, you won't find that on a lot of products, along with NSF certification, which means no herbicides, pesticides, heavy metals, mold, bacteria, things like that. And sports teams can use it because of that. They have every bottle NSF sports certified. So Olympians, and actually we have some at the training center in North Carolina for Olympians. So it's pure, and kids can get Juice Plus for free, and now up to age 26. So it's pretty amazing. So that's why thousands of doctors recommend Juice Plus. I do like that it has a small product line. There's you're not speaking out of many sides of your mouth. You're just saying plant nutrition, whether it's the Tower Garden or the Complete or Juice Plus, we're getting more plants, and more plants in our diet is the key to better health. So I love that leverage of time. When you have a team and you have helped train them, they are out sharing that same message. And so you have more leverage of time. And that's where the exponential income comes in, because you've got people that are out there sharing at the same time as you. And it's pretty amazing. Yeah, I'll stop there, but I could go on. It's not a fly by night company. I'll say that too. It's over 50 years, and now Juice Plus is 30 years old. I do love how we get paid. I think it's very smart. It really is a servant leadership type of business where we have to serve people in order to get paid. We don't make money just by signing people up. We actually lose money by doing that. So we want to be able to help people get successful in sharing with others. And that's where our income comes in the most. All right. So it really is a beautiful system. And it's a system where you really have to learn. So the best book to really read is Robert Kiyosaki's book, The Business of the 21st Century. It's all about network marketing and how it really is a great way to get paid. And that's just one part of how we get paid. We're also part of a franchise system. We have 4 different components: network marketing, franchise. Everybody's doing the same thing, and we're just doing it over and over. And then also direct sales, so person to person. And then also we have some corporate benefits. So we have some corporate type of business also. But this is just looking at network marketing, and network marketing allows you to get to the right side of this quadrant. The left side of the quadrant makes you trade time for money, whether you're an employee or whether you're self-employed, like a chiropractor or personal trainer, you have to be there. On the right-hand side, you have a business that has systems in place so that you have that leverage, and so that you have more flexible schedule. You don't have to be at a certain place, certain time, and always be trading exact time for dollars. So the only other thing like that is to be an investor, which our business, as you put time into it, it continues to grow. And then we encourage you, of course, to invest money as well. But having a business like ours is like having money in the bank, and then it continues to bring it in, because once you get to a certain amount of paycheck, you usually are staying around that. That's after a while, after you've built customers and team. Okay. So it's exciting, very exciting. I'm glad you guys are here for that. And our system of our resource system that has all of our other systems in it is called Boards, that we use. And that's on our phone or on the computer at boards.com or at campbellteam.net. So this board system, though, allows you to use the keyboard as you're texting somebody or messaging somebody to be able to access these different categories and just quickly send a link, a video, an image, things like that. So we'll be talking about boards as we go, or your person will. But if you don't have boards, you can also look at campbellteam.net. And that has password Campbell team, all one word. And here is the beginning part of what would show up on the getting started part of boards. You're going to find the starter guide, which is great for you to print off if you can, if you have a printer at home or you want to send it to Walgreens. That's what I've been doing with a lot of my stuff, sending it to Walgreens. They've got great paper. Anyway, so the getting started folder is what we're going to also look at just for the beginning stages of the compensation plan. Compensation plan is longer than what we're going to go into today, and it's on this. You can see it down here, compensation and coaching. You can access videos and things about compensation, but the getting started has the starter guide, and it also has the beginning steps that you want to send to your new person, which I see Lori on here. I just sent this to her the other day. She had done a lot of it. We'd already put her orders or her juiceplus.com in, and she could change her website. And then I wanted her to download the boards app. Okay. And then she signed up for Voxer. So she's on track. She's in the different groups and she's meeting other marketing directors besides myself today. So you want to just use that as like a little checklist and keep going in the getting started folder. So we did sign up and set up, but there's placing orders, there's Partner Plus overview, which we are going to go over some. There's watching videos. These are key videos that we love to share. I remember when I first started, I just kept consuming cassette tapes. They were so good, right, Amy? Like all the doctor tapes. We had to pay for them back then too. You guys you have the YouTube videos. They're easy. They're free. Watch them. You'll become like just really comfortable with being in those conversations. And then there's other things to explore: your why, how to create your own story, keeping it real simple, making a list, all those different things that are listed here. And so I'm going to go over this, Amy, or you? I forget now. I think I'm going over this.
Do this and then I'll start with the next one.
Oh, okay. That's what it was. All right. So this is the entire compensation plan. This is just a screenshot of it. And we're going to focus on the orange part and talk about fast tracking and express tracking. There's going to always be title rewards along every step that you go on the compensation plan. The company loves to give to the people in the trenches that are just starting out so that you have some success right away. And they love to reward your sponsor also, because you want to be able to feel free to call on your sponsor and lock arms with that person, and also leave them messages on Voxer. So they reward that, which is great. And so you're going to make sales profit. Everyone makes sales profit at the 0% commission level. You're already making sales profit. Then you want to move up to the 5% commission, the 10% commission, and the 15% commission. That's the next thing. And then where the money is at with team is the 3% performance bonus. And so that comes after you get to the second commission level. Then you start continuing to build a good customer base and also team. And you're going to be able to have 3% of what goes on in your team and down 5 generations of qualifiers, which is kind of complicated to explain, but it's more than just 5 people. It's 5 generations of qualifiers. So that becomes the biggest part of our paycheck later in the compensation.
May.
You want to set yourself up for that right away. Okay. And then sales coordinator, you get a business partner, you get leads from the company. Actually, that's now changed to where now if you qualify your business, you get leads. So that's pretty amazing. And you also get a bonus for qualifying your business. So there's a lot to the compensation plan. At first, you're just going to make like the little bit, the sales profit and a little bit of commission. Hang in there. There's lots of good stuff to come. As you know, we've replaced our incomes and gone beyond that. So there's big things to come. All right, Amy.
I love the compensation plan. And I also love that when you hear something good, you can't keep it to yourself. If you read a good book or watch a good movie, you find out a way to keep your family healthy and grow food on your back patio or in your house. You want to tell people, you want to share good news with people. Who are you going to tell when you hear something good? Well, that's what I have found with Juice Plus. It becomes contagious, especially now with all that I know. And even back at the beginning, I was simply excited about what I was learning. And I shared with a couple of friends and a couple of family members, and the word started to get out to more people. And then they started sharing with their friends and family members. And then it continued to grow. That's what happens. That's how this business grows, is we're sharing good news with others and they want to share with the people that they love and care about too. And so that's the beginning of this business. The very first step is learning to go from a partner who's earning the sales profit to the first promotion level of Partner Plus. And we're going to dive into that really quickly, where the very first step is just getting one other person to say yes to Juice Plus. Simply speaking, it could be 3 trio orders, maybe you, your spouse, and a friend, or there's other ways to do it as well, but 900 points. Each trio is 300, 300, 300. That would get you to the 900 points. Do that in 10 days and you get a $100 title reward. Do that in 30 days, you get $50, as well as your sponsor. So we definitely want to help each person get off the ground quickly and earn the $100 in their first 10 days. And it's going to come from any products that you add, okay, any new customers. So the next slide shows a listing of all of our products that we have. The product volume for a quad, it would be 420 points. For the trio, it's 300 points. So there's a lot of ways to get to 900 points when you add up any of these products. The next picture shows that it could be 2 quad orders, maybe you and a spouse, and then you order the complete. That gives you over 900 points, or just 3 trios, or any combination of products to get to the 900 points. We help you do that very, very quickly. And the way that this really takes off is to connect with people, be interested in others, care about other people. Someone said be interested, not just interesting. So ask questions, have conversations, share why you're thankful that someone shared Juice Plus with you. You know, when you are listening to people and asking questions, listen for their pain points, listen to the rut that they're in. People will talk if you give them that opportunity, and find common ground. I found that in sharing Juice Plus, it wasn't that I went out of the house to do Juice Plus. That's not what I did. I leave my house, live my life, and I take it with me. It's a natural part of living. Just having conversations with people as I go. I am very intentional with the way that I share Juice Plus, and I'm also very organically sharing it. It just comes up naturally. Friends and family, people that you've worked with or that you're currently working with, people that you live life with, maybe on the ball field, watching your kids or grandkids play sports, having conversations. And then, of course, we can really expand our reach with social media. I also recommend making a list of people that you care about, people that you want to help, you know, people that you'd love to help. And that, we call it a memory jogger, but really it's just a list of people that you care about, that you'd love to share the gift of health with. From the very beginning, I got excited to find a buddy in this business, someone who was as excited about Juice Plus as I was. And when Julie Herbst came on board with my team, we started working together. We were having fun, doing wellness workshops and going to trainings and boot camps and conferences and doing events together. It was so much fun to have a buddy in this business. And that's one of the best pieces of advice, is invite other people to join us. And this is like the perfect time to invite people to come into our company, because through the end of this month, December 31st, in celebration of 30 years of Juice Plus, you get $30 off the affiliate fee. So it's only $22 to join. So let people know that. And take advantage of this 30-year celebration and $30 off. And, you know, oftentimes when people are first learning about Juice Plus and they're excited about it, they're making the decision to get started, offer this business to them as well. and it can be as simple conversations like the script right here of just saying, hey, with all those family orders, you should be a partner and get paid on those orders yourself. When you tell others, you can get paid on those orders as well. Or you're having a conversation with a friend. It's like, oh my, I love what I'm doing. I love what I'm learning. I'm having so much fun. It's a blast. You should join me. I want to do this together. Or it might even sound like, I don't know what I'm doing yet, but I'm having fun and I'm learning a lot. Come and join me. You might want to do what I'm doing and sharing with a few people. So giving people that opportunity to come on along and come on and join this mission with you.
Okay,
And
go ahead.
your turn.
Okay. Well, I know that Amy was the queen of having some of the first events that existed with Juice Plus. I think she made them up. they, they had a program called Set for Life, believe it or not. But she would have meetings and was really someone you could turn to for advice. So she kind of became known as somebody who was on a journey to better health. And I encourage you to do that as well. We become like more of a lighthouse for people to just know, hey, what would you do? What would you do about this or that? And then you want to have some intentional events like a healthy living party, a live event. I just had one at my house. I'm so glad I did. That's why Lori's on here today. And so, we share the whole message. It takes people from A to B to C to D, with A being like, people may not even know there is a problem in America or with our diet. And then B is we all need more fruits and vegetables, up to 9 to 13 servings every single day. How are you getting that? Do you have a plan for that? And then what the government recommends and everything all over the world, actually. And then Juice Plus and why that makes sense. So it's good to have events. We have a PowerPoint already made for you in the boards app. And so you can have a Zoom event, you can have a live event. And the thing is, if you opened a pizza place, you wouldn't just have one, right? So you want to have continuous things happening with your business if you want to grow it. So you want to have continual events every once in a while. I remember before social media and before, everything, I'd have one like once a month. And nowadays, it might be once a month with the home event, but then maybe Zoom events, a lot. We have a lot of Zoom events to choose from. It's good to have your own personal events, because that puts the onus on you and you're more likely to get your people on there. I'm inviting to somebody else's event. It's just, you just don't have as much buy-in. So it's good if you do that. And also, we like on our team to have friends and family events, just saying, let's tell your friends and family what you're excited about. It doesn't have to be an entire event where they feel pressure or something. But we want to let them know that this is what you're excited about and this is what you're going to be talking about. We're inviting to a different event. So it's just giving them a taste of what's going to be to come. And so anyway, events are on the boards app also, and you'll be able to find, flyers, how to invite, how to follow up, what to serve, maybe. Like there's all different types of things. There's always things added on there and just made better and better. So that is our resource for events. And there are always some upcoming events. Tonight there's one that's huge with Wendy Campbell. She's an RN, she's a PMD plus, she's a millionaire, and it's because she's a great teacher who's very passionate about nutrition. And so she says she did not get in it for the business. It's just something that happened. She feels it's a responsibility. It's a ministry to share. So she's great. And she really understands the research. So she always keeps it up with the new research slides. So she's great. And then Karen Orlowski is going to be hosting one just about Juice Plus, real pure and simple, Wednesday night. So those are just a couple of the upcoming events this week. The other thing to do is attract on social media. Now, the thing is that it all works hand in hand. Like Amy's saying, you get out of the house and you meet people, you have conversations. Juice Plus might come up, especially in conversation about health or about what are you going to, buy for the holidays or whatever, money might come up. And so, you're having conversations, but you're also having events, but you're also posting on social media to show that you're on a health journey, like that smoothie picture, or sometimes every once in a while is showing how thankful you are that you have these capsules. but not too much. We don't do too much selly stuff on social media. We want to attract people to ask us so that we have a conversation offline, either in person or on Messenger. And then, of course, we post our tower garden because it's like having another child, how we're so excited about their new growth. So anyway, attract some on social media too. Think of it as a business tool. Some people might say, oh, I don't want to be on social media, and they might have reasons they don't want to post personal things, but think of it as a business tool. It's just one more tool in your toolbox that it will help you to further conversations, because people already know what's going on. Then you see them in person, they're like, oh yeah. I had one lady say, oh, do you sell those growing things? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, I think I want to do that. I'm like, okay, let's do it. And she became a team member, and moved up in the compensation plan and everything. So you never know. You just never know. And then I know Doug's a band student the other day bought a tower garden because he's been seeing him post the tower garden on social media. People love the tower garden. So the other way to share is the good old days way, which is what Amy and I grew up with, a doctor on a video or an audio. And so our favorites are Bridging the Gap. There's the 12-minute or the 4-minute. A lot of people like the 4-minute. So you kind of got to choose what is your favorite, because you're the one that's going to say, oh, you got to watch this video, or Dr. Janet Roberto. She talks a little bit about the micronutrients of Juice Plus, and then she goes into the complete. There's also the Jumpstart to Better Health, which shows all the different products. So, you kind of got to just choose what you like. And of course, there's some Tower Garden ones. Those are also on the Boards app. And sometimes you just want to share why it made sense to you. That really is your story. A lot of times it's just, it made sense to me. I knew I wasn't getting enough fruits and vegetables. So you don't have to have this long, elaborate story. A lot of times that's why we all came to the table. We knew we weren't getting enough. And so Juice Plus gives us the quality, the quantity, the variety that we need every single day, and it's a simple solution. And so sometimes people might say, well, what about this product? What about this product? What about this isolated vitamin, this one? Just remember, fruits and vegetables are simple, and that it's always been that they're healthy for you. So always just bring it back to, well, you might be okay taking that, but where are you getting your fruits and vegetables? You want to have the amount of fruits and vegetables, preferably raw and vine ripe, and this is going to give you that. And so when I send a text with a video, I say, I recommend the Juice Plus Trio blend of fruits, vegetables, and berries. I can't live without the phenomenal shake. I live off of it. The micronutrients in Juice Plus, the macronutrients in the complete shake are a great recipe for better overall health, energy, and vitality. And you would word it however you want to, but I want to make sure they understand. I've looked at the research. I've lived through it. I've seen lots of stories of better health. This is what I recommend, because we're the experts. They don't know enough. So we have to tell them what we recommend. And you might recommend the quad, whatever you recommend. Which I recommend the quad too, but I want them to at least get on the trio for sure. The fortune is in the follow-up, whether it's a trade show that you just went to on Saturday, which is the case for me, I need to follow up with some people, or if you've given somebody a video or an audio, what did you like best about what you saw and heard? What interests you, what makes sense to you? So just ask some questions, see where they're at. Sometimes they just need another exposure. Our business is one of multiple exposures, whether it's conversations about something else, or whether it's conversations about fruits, vegetables, or about some type of better food, or about Juice Plus, or maybe they'll see on Good Morning America, oh, they recommend fruits and vegetables, right? Maybe they'll see Juice Plus at their doctor's office. Maybe they'll go to their sister's house and see it on the counter. Oh, now they're ready, So always be there with the open door so that when they are ready, then you'll be able to help them. All right. And so you want to continue to follow up and give them information, share with them what the next event might be, if they're wanting that. Okay. This is an example of basically cold market. You've got warm market people, but this was someone I had met at a trade show. It was a children's trade show. We hit it off. She was my number one person I wanted to follow up with. And when I first followed up, she said, I haven't watched or listened to it. Next time, same thing. Third time I called, and she wasn't saying leave me alone, so I'm still calling, And next time I left a message, and she tells me later, she was even listening to the message by the answering machine because she hadn't watched or listened to that audio. So anyway, I left a message. Next time I did call her, she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. My husband said no, vitamins don't work." That's what he said. And I said, "Oh, good." I'm like, "That's fine. Let me send you a video for your husband." So once he saw that it's not a vitamin, it's whole food nutrition, he said yes for the whole family. She said yes to the business, and now she's a national marketing director. So you never know what's going to happen. But if you give up after the first or second time, or you just lose track of people, well, if you lose track of people, it's never too late. You can always go back. "Hey, I'm sorry I got busy. Let me just reconnect with you. Did you get to watch it? What'd you think?" All that stuff. But the fortune is in the follow-up. And so here's a little tracker that's available in the business folder where you could put people's names, what tool you gave them. So what you want to do is share a little bit of your excitement, give somebody a tool or an event, and then follow up. Okay, so tool or event, some kind of education or a three-way call. It's preferable they've already listened to some kind of tool or something before getting on a three-way call with your sponsor or leader. And so those are just ways that you could track it. It does take a number of exposures, and you will have some objections. Those actually can be embraced, and I'll let Amy talk about that.
I think objections are one of the things that sometimes we're kind of afraid of, but we don't have to be. I learned early on to just simply say, that is such a good question when they ask me something about this or that. I don't know, but I'll find out. I use that a lot, and then would pull in my leader to answer that question. But also you'll find that in the boards, we have a whole lot of answers already in there. Sometimes they'll say, "Well, I'd like to try it for a month." And I'd say, "Oh, that's great. Let me explain to you. You can try it and you just pay for it monthly. It's going to come in a 4-month supply." And we explain why it's replacing all your red blood cells in 4 months. And so there's a wonderful answer to any objection that people have, or, they already take vitamins. I say, we will begin to explain the difference. I always ask, "Well, tell me why you take vitamins." So that opens a conversation, and it's usually, "I don't eat enough fruits and vegetables," or this, that, or the other. And then it can lead to a conversation about the difference with whole food. So it's all in the boards, and we can get any answer for you that happens to pop up.
Okay, wonderful. So we're gonna call on Valerie Tidwell to share her story in a second. She doesn't know that, but I love Valerie Tidwell, and I know she can do it. So anyway, but I want to just say, just go with momentum. Put one step in front of the other, care about people, stay connected to what's going on, and you'll naturally be sharing Juice Plus because it'll be infused in you, and so you'll know what to say when you do have conversations. And we try not to present in conversations. We just have a little bit, and then we share a video, or we share an event, we invite to an event. Just be consistent with those things, and you're going to be able to build a really nice business for yourself, and you absolutely can do this. And so, Valerie, what's your advice for new people, and what has this business done for you?
So I was introduced to the business by my friend, Jeannie Horton, and I went to an event in Atlanta with she and her husband, Rob, 17 years ago. And Jeannie and Rob started talking. I had recently moved into the Atlanta area, and I really did not know them. And they said, "Why don't you come go to this event with me?" And I said, "Sure, why not?" We went to the same church, so I knew them from there. So I went with them, and it made sense. I mean, I definitely was not healthy. I was doing kind of like Sharon, just kind of flowing through life, eating what I wanted to, and really not worrying about what was going on. And it made sense to me about infusing my body with the fruits and vegetables. And so the more I got into it, the more I liked it. And they said, "Well, why don't you join the team?" I said, "Well, I mean, what's that involve?" And I was like a little, standoffish. Okay, like, what does that mean? Because I had a full-time job where I traveled and I didn't want to get into anything else. And they said, no, this is simple. We'll just do it with you and help you. So Jeannie and Rob, and then Donna McNaughton lived in the same neighborhood I did, who is on the same team I'm on. And they began to help me with my events, and I began to invite the people that I knew, people from my church, friends, my family. I did it. I did Juice Plus with my life. And that's how I've moved it so far. And now I'm down in Jacksonville. And I've got a couple of sideline buddies down here. And I'm just still doing Juice Plus with my life.
Awesome, Valerie. And
Yep.
have you had some health progress? I mean, I don't know if you mentioned that. You did, right? You got healthier?
Yeah, I got healthier because they were contemplating putting me on blood pressure medicine and cholesterol medicine. I went, no, we're not doing that. Let me see what we can do about that. And I began to read up on the research about Juice Plus, and I'm not on any medications. So, and I'm 76. So that's it.
Thank you, Valerie. Well, it's been a pleasure, and I'll hand it over to Amy for any last words.
Thank you, Sharon. It's always fun to get together, especially with new people, and say welcome to the team. It really is the best health club you'll ever join. And we look forward to working in tandem with you to help you reach whatever goal you set in front of you, whether it's just getting your products paid for, or whether you want to pay off your car or pay off your house or do something much bigger with this business. There's a place at the table for everyone. I love this community and what it's brought into our lives, and we're glad you're here. So welcome to the team, and let's go out and share the gift of health.